And good morning, baseball fans, as we begin day 3 of the 2017 Alabama DYB AAA State Tournament here from the Troy Sportsplex in Troy, Alabama, and brought to you live on the internet here at JockJive.com. Jason Thompson holding down the action here on Field 2, where we have 3 games today. A morning doubleheader, if you will, then a little break, then we'll be back at 6 o'clock tonight. But game 1 here on Field 2 will be an elimination game between Municipal out of Mobile and Enterprise American. Municipal will be the visiting team wearing their red tops, white pants with the red stripe down the side and down the side of the shirts with the Municipal in blue with letters and numbers in blue and the white trim. They will send the following lineup to the plate against Enterprise pitcher Seth Graham. Number 4 is William Tanner at second base. 17 is Fuller Chisholm at short. 22 is Edward McLeod at first. Number 9 is Brooks McDonald in right. Number 1 is Andrew Murchison in center. 21 is John Stowers behind the plate. 3 is Thomas Carey. 15 is Jack Teague. 23, Thomas Harrison is at third. 00 is Cam Ward in left. Number 2 is Cage Cockerell on the pitcher's mound. And number 13 is Matthew Swoboda. They are coached by David Teague, Ed McLeod, and J.J. Chisholm. Enterprise in the field with their navy blue tops with the gray sleeves and pants, and the gray lettering with the white trim with the gray caps. Defensively, from left to right, from third to first on the infield is number 24, Remington Kennedy, 33, Gavin Mond. Number 2 is Reed Burns, 11 is Dylan Yu. The outfield from left to right is 82, Grayson Thornton. 8 is Caden Boutwell. 25 is Walker Clark. Behind the plate, 22 is Connor Pruitt, and on the bump, number 27 is Seth Graham. They are managed by Chad Boutwell, Warren Dowling, and Barry Burns, your assistant coaches. The number you see, actually you don't see it on the screen. We'll have to throw that up there real fast.
Number 4,
there we go.
William Tanner.
The number you see on the screen is a number if you want to text a shout out to your favorite player or team. You can do so at 850-380-7267. First pitch of the game is low and away for a ball. And again, we remind you it is a number to text. It is not a number to call. I cannot talk and broadcast at the same time. I can walk and chew gum, but I cannot broadcast and talk on the phone at the same time. Graham, who I believe homered yesterday, throws a strike here. Is now 1-1. Hit the Coke on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Mobile Municipal, a sub-South State qualifier. I believe they're in the same district with Fairhope. That is ripped foul to the left side. It's kind of interesting. There are 4 sub-state qualifiers. 3 of them are still playing. South State is kind of a second chance tournament. If you don't win your district, you get to play in the South State or South Sub-State or North Sub-State tournament. The top 2 teams of that tournament get into state as basically an at-large qualifier. The pitch swung on and missed for the strikeout. So 1 down here for Fuller Chisholm.
Now batting number 17, Fuller Chisholm.
So both Municipal and Southeastern from the South Sub-State and Hueytown from the North Sub-State are still playing. As is Troy, the host, which we'll talk about a little bit more, as that one is a strike called. Troy is the story of the tournament so far. The host team, who didn't have to earn their way here, they got a bid by hosting, has won 2 games over district champions in walk-off fashion both times. The 0-1. They'll be on this field next. That's fouled out of play. Troy will be taking on South Bibb in a semifinal in the winners bracket. So we anticipate a big crowd for the home team later. Seth Graham looking in. He has the signal he wants, and he will fire the 0-2 pitch. It is up and in, almost hits Chisholm. It is now 1-2. We'll be back at 6 o'clock here on Field 2, where we'll have the winner of the Dothan American Alexandria winner and the Auburn Tallahassee winner. That will be a elimination game later tonight. Start today with 12. We'll have it cut down to 6 by the end of the night, as that one's way upstairs. We went from 16 to 12 yesterday. We will go from 12 to 6 tonight. Champion will be crowned either Monday night or Tuesday morning, depending on if there's an if game or not. The 2-2 pitch is just off the outside corner. Count is full. Champion of this tournament, as well as the traditional majors, who will wrap up play across the street this morning before coming over here. Both of those champions will advance to Oxford, Alabama on August the 5th. The pitch is swung on, ground ball. Second baseman bobbles, recovers to first in time. Nice job there by Reed Burns hanging with that one after the initial bobble. And it'll be 2 down here for Edward McLeod. JockJive will be at the AAA Traditional Major and Ozone World Series, which starts on August the 5th. Yours truly will be there, along with Chuck Sebastian, who's holding down the action on Field 1. I believe it'll be the 7th World Series in a row I've gotten to broadcast, so thanks to Robert Williamson, the owner of the company, for keeping me around. That swung on and foul back. And, of course, a big shout-out to Wes Skelton, the commissioner of Dixie Youth, who keeps bringing us back every year. That's the cool thing about going to the World Series. You get to see all the state and national directors, all the people who put in a lot of volunteer hours for your children. The 0-1 pitch is a strike call. Not sure if we're going to see him this weekend or not, but we want to give a shout-out to William Wade, the state director here from Alabama, who invites us to his state every year. I believe he's in Andalusia right now for the Ozone State Tournament, the O2. He's low and away for ball. Unfortunately, we were supposed to be in Andalusia, but because of internet issues, unable to bring you that action, so our apologies there. I want to say shout out to Van Saltz as well. He's probably there in Andalusia, one of the national directors here in Alabama. That one is off the plate. He's from Fairhope. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 out here in the top of the first as Seth Graham looks to retire the side in order. The 2-2 to McLeod is swung on and missed. He chased one up in the zone for strike 3. So Graham with a pair of strikeouts here in the early going.
The Enterprise pitcher pitched 15 pitches.
As you can hear to our left, 15 pitches for Seth Graham. In case you missed any of our broadcast early on, this is the first year Dixie Youth is implying pitch counts. Pitchers are allowed 40 pitches in a game where they don't have to rest the next day. If they pitch 41 to 65, it's a 36-hour rest. 66 to 75 is a 48-hour rest. We'll give you the Enterprise lineup. This is the lineup that will be facing Municipal pitcher Cage Cockrell. 33 is Gavin Mond at short. Number 2 is Reed Burns at second. 8 is Caden Boutwell in center. 27 is the pitcher Seth Graham. 11 is Dylan Yu at first base. 22 is the catcher Connor Pruitt. 3 is Cade Kirkland. 42 is Maddox Dowling. 25 is Walker Clark in right. 14 is Micah Parker. 24 is Remington Kennedy at third. 82 is Grayson Thornton in left. They are coached by Chad Boutwell, Warren Dowling, and Barry Burns. Defensively for Municipal on the infield from left to right, from third to first, will be 23, Thomas Harrison. 17 is Fuller Chisholm. 4 is William Tanner. 22 is Edward McLeod. The outfield from left to right is 00 Cam Ward. 11 is Andrew Murchison. And 9 is Brooks McDonald. Behind the plate, 21 is John Stowers. And on the bump, number 2 is Cage Cockrell. The Municipal defense throws the ball around as Mr. Cockrell will get us going here in the
number 33, Gavin Mond.
Bottom of the first for Gavin Mond, spelled M-A-U-N-D. And the first pitch he sees is low and away for ball 1. And coming up next will be a winner's bracket game between the host team Troy and South Bibb. First time we'll get to see the host on this field this tournament. That one's low and away for ball 1. Again, the host team has beaten 2 district champions in walk-off fashion back-to-back days. Definitely the story of the tournament so far. The 2-0 is swung on, ground ball, just foul by a few feet. Nice play by the third base coach. I believe that's Chad Boutwell, the manager, coaching down there at third base. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch is swung on, fouled. It will get out of play to the right. Again, the number you see on the screen, if you want to text a shout out to your favorite player or team, you can do so at 850-380-7267. Again, the number on the screen is 850-380-7267. Again, text please, do not call. As Cockrell looks in for a sign. And he has it. The 2-2 pitch headed home is swung on and fouled. A little protection swing there by Mon as he fouls one off. Again, is a doubleheader day here on day 3. Games at 10 a.m. and noon. And we get a little break. And we'll be back here at 6 o'clock. The pitch. Swung on, back up the box. Diving, stop by the shortstop. He gets up, throws to first, not in time, but great effort there. Fuller Chisholm laying out to his left. That'll be an infield hit. As Mon gets the leadoff hit as Reed Burns comes to the plate. Again, the majors will, after the morning session across the street, will come over here for a pair of, I believe, elimination games. Actually, one elimination game and then one in the winner's bracket, the pitch. So we will have 4 games over here at 6, 2 AAAs and 2 majors. Championship game will be over here at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I believe I'll be jumping field to do that one and the possible if game. The 0-1 is low. Count now 2-0. Actually 1-1. Gavin Mon, the runner at first base. The pitch is swung on, popped up, foul out of play. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes. Caden Boutwell, who homered yesterday, waits on deck. Hit a screamer over the center field fence. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, ground ball to the shortstop. He has it over to second for 1, and that's all they'll get, as looks like William Tanner may have gotten a little bit of cleat on the slide, so it'll just be a fielder's choice going 6-4. Chisholm to Tanner.
Now batting number 8, Caden Boutwell.
As Caden Boutwell to the plate. And Boutwell hit that line drive shot over the center field fence yesterday. The pitch is a strike called. Great pitch as runner is halfway to second, just bouncing along, and then gets back. If he was halfway, he could have gone the rest of the way as he bounced all the way to about the halfway point between first and second and heads back. It'll be a ball and no balls and a strike to Caden Boutwell, the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, backhanded by the third baseman, bobbles, recovers, fires to first. It will not be in time. That's going to be an E5. So runners on first and second. As Harrison knocked it down and then spun around and couldn't find it. It was right underneath him.
Now batting number 27, Seth Graham.
Seth Graham also homered yesterday. I think he was the one that put it off the Coca-Cola part of the scoreboard in left center. Steps to the plate, ball in the dirt, runners are off. The throw down to third will not be in time. The trail runner will take second on the play. So a base hit could give Enterprise a 2-0 lead here in the early going. Again, this is an elimination game between Mobile Municipal and Enterprise. The pitch is low for a ball. Enterprise lost 17-7 in 5 innings on Thursday. Came back to beat Selma American 14-2 in 4 innings. That one is a strike called. It's 2-1. Mobile Municipal beat Jacksonville 16-1 in 3 innings before losing a shootout 16-11 to South Bibb yesterday. The pitch is low and away. That'll make it 3-1. Had 16 games so far. 9 of them have been mercy rules, and 3 of them have been 1-run games. Again, the host, Troy, has been involved in 2 of them. So we've seen blowouts or close games, but nothing in the middle, as that is a walk to Seth Graham. The bases are loaded here for Enterprise. As Dylan Yu to the plate, spelled Y-O-O.
Dylan Yu.
Where's number 11? Pitch from Cockrell headed home is swung on and hit to left field. The left fielder's charging, but he's not going to get it. It falls in front of him for a hit. One is going to score. They're going to send the second one. No, they put the brakes on him. As Boutwell stopped at third as the bloop single to left by you plates a run. Enterprise on top now, 1-0. Reed Burns coming in to score. Boutwell to third, Graham to second as Connor Cruitt comes to the plate.
Now batting number 22, Connor Cruitt.
Spelled C-R-U-I-T. The pitch to him is a ball low. Cade Kirkland waits on deck. Enterprise, the champions of District 9, lead 1-0 here in the first. The pitch from Cockrell is off the plate. Nice backhand by the catcher. Keeps it in front of him. Again, as you can see, there is not a lot of backstop here in Troy. I'd say it's about 20 feet or so. So it would take a lot of guts to try to score on a ball that goes straight back to the backstop. If it caroms away, it might give you enough time to get to the next base. The 2-0 is low for ball 3. As Cockrell in danger of walking one in here. Imagine Cruitt's going to be taking all the way on this pitch and maybe on the next one too. Cockrell's 3-0 is low and away. He walked one in. As Cruitt gets the RBI the easy way. As you take second, Graham third, and Boutwell comes in to score. It is now 2-0 Enterprise. As Cade Kirkland coming to the plate.
Coming to the plate is going to be number 3, Cade Kirkland.
He's one of the defensive replacements, if you will. Each player, I believe, has to play 3 defensive outs through the course of the game. The pitch to Kirkland is upstairs for a ball. It's Cockrell having a tough time finding the zone here. Again, it's Seth Graham at third, Dylan Yu at second, and Connor Cruitt at first for Enterprise. The pitch hits the inside court. Pardon me, it's a ball and a strike. In the other elimination games, we'll get to that here in a second after this pitch. From Cockrell, it is low and away. Ball 2. Other elimination games going on right now. Dothan American taking on Alexandria on Field 4. Over on Field 3, it's Auburn and Tallahassee. On Field 1, it is Moulton and Southeastern. We'll be down to 8 teams after this round of action. That ball missing inside. It is now, I believe, 3-1. Again, we started with 16, cut it down to 12 yesterday. We'll cut it down to 8 after these games, and we'll have only 6 teams left when we leave tonight. Championship game scheduled for Monday night. Cockrell's 3-1 hits the inside corner, and it's now full. Championship game scheduled for 5 o'clock Monday with the if game on Tuesday morning. State champion will be Oxford, Alabama bound 3 weeks from today. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed for the strikeout. Big strikeout there, Cage Cockrell. Not out of the woods yet. 2 down now for Maddox Dowling. Maddox spelled M-A-T-T-O-X.
Up to bat is going to be number 42, Maddox Dowling.
Dowling, the 8th batter of the lineup for Enterprise. Takes that one low. If you're Municipal, if you can get out of this just giving up 2 runs, that's a moral victory of sorts, considering Enterprise is hoping for a lot more than that. Already got the crooked number up here in the first, but they want to add to it. The 1-0 is swung on and hit well to left field. The left fielder going back. It is gone. A grand slam. Maddox Dowling touches them all and even gets high five from the Municipal infielders. He's got a grin on his face from here. It is 6-0 Enterprise. Young Mr. Dowling will get that home run ball back at the end of the game. Again, we will stay on as the Mobile coach is trying to console the pitcher, Cage Cockrell. who walked in a run earlier in the inning, and they're going to stay with him. Again, we will stay on to show you the elimination ceremony as well as the awarding of that home run ball and any others that are hit as Walker Clark, playing position 9 and right. He is the number 9 batter of the inning. The pitch is a strike called. Very lucky that one of those cars out there wasn't hit on the fly, as that cleared the left field fence. The pitch to Clark is low and away. Ball and a strike. Micah Parker hoping to bat this inning. It is a 6-0 lead here for Enterprise thanks to the grand slam from Maddox Dowling. The 1-1. Swung on and missed, pulled the string on him there. It's 1-2. As the ball's made its way back up here. Again, numerous DYB officials will autograph that from Mr. Dowling and put it in a nice case for him. That is swung on and foul tipped. So numerous DYB officials will autograph that and present it to Dowling for a very special souvenir he'll get to take home today. The 1-2 to Walker Clark is low and in the dirt. Count even now at 2-2. Just for informational purposes, I'll tell you, since we have a lot of ball left, the run rule is 15 after 3 and 10 after 4. The 2-2 is swung on and missed as Cockrell pulls the string on him again for strike 3. But the damage has long been done. A 6-run first for Enterprise, capped by the grand slam from Maddox Dowling. We will go to the top of the second. Municipal will bat trailing 6-0. Don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer, and we need your help to get there. And when you like us on Facebook, we keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all the social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Plus, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we heard a 36-pitch inning for Cage Cockrell. Getting the pitching rules again are 0 to 40. Requires no rest for the pitcher. 41 to 65 pitches is 36 hours. 66 to 75 is 48 hours. Not 100% sure, but I believe that rule is changed to 85 for the majors and ozone divisions. A gorgeous day here in Troy. Very little cloud cover, which unfortunately means it is very warm outside. See many a frog tog down below us, as well as, of course, the big orange coolers that the Troy Parks and Rec people will keep full for the team so they don't get hydrated or dehydrated, as the case would be. As Brooks McDonald will lead things off here for Seth Graham and Enterprise, who leads 6-0 here in the second. The pitch, swing and a miss as McDonald swung at a pitch that was coming right at him. The winner of this one will take on the winner of the game over on Field 1. Chuck Sebastian's bringing you Southeastern and Moulton. That'll be a 6 o'clock game on Field 1 later tonight. The pitch is a strike called. It's now 0-2. The 0-2 swung on and missed as Graham pulls the string for strike 3. It's his third strikeout in 4 outs. As Andrew Murchison will come to the plate.
Now batting number 11, Andrew Murchison.
As we see Raymond Housel up here, one of the national directors from Alabama. He's our tournament director. Of course, working closely with the man here in Troy, Dan Smith, longtime Park and Rec director. Met him, I believe it was 3 years ago when we were across the street for the Ozone State Tournament. Murchison, Murchison. He is the number 5 batter. Mobile looking for their first base runner, and he takes a pitch upstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Again, we have 4 AAA games here going on at the moment. We'll only have 2 in the noon hour. But then at 6, we'll have 2 AAAs and 2 majors as the older kids will come over to this side of the street. The 2-1 upstairs. It's now 2-1. And I just came from East Lakeland, Florida on Thursday, where South Sumter won the Florida Traditional Majors State Championship. They'll represent Florida in Oxford in 3 weeks. The 3-1 to Murchison is upstairs, and Municipal, I believe, well, was that ball 4 or ball 3? Oh, now it's ball 3. That's what happens when you broadcast 9 days in a row. Every now and then you miss track of the count. So 3 balls and a strike to Murchison. The pitch from Seth Graham is low, and now that is ball 4. So Municipal with their first base runner of the game. And that'll bring the catcher, John Stowers, to the plate.
John Stowers.
Who wears number 21. And he'll bat from the left side. The pitch to Stowers is swung on and missed. He chased one up for strike 1. And again, those pitching rules, I believe, cover the entire day. So a pitcher today cannot go over 40 in 2 games without having to rest. The 0-1 is a ball low, 1-1. Again, on field 1, it is Moulton and Southeastern. On field 3 right now, Auburn and Tallahassee. Field 4, Dothan American and Alexandria. All of those are elimination games. That is outside for ball 2. So we'll be down to 8 teams. We'll be cut in half by the end of these games. And then after the 6 o'clock games tonight, we'll be down to just 6. A berth to Oxford, Alabama on the line here. The 2-1. Inside, and it hit him. Yeah, it did. I think it got Stowers in the shoulder. Just got a piece of him. Very scary as that ball was up near the head. So 2 runners on here with 1 out for Thomas Carey, as the boys in red try to get back in this ball game. Carey, one of the defensive replacements for Municipal. Again, everybody has to play at least 3 consecutive defensive outs. The pitch to him is swung on and I believe missed for strike 1. Seth Graham's 0-1 headed home. It is a strike called. It's now 0-2. Graham in desperate need of a strikeout here as Mobile Municipal looking to crawl out of this hole that they're in, down 6-0 in the top of the 2nd. Seth Graham looking in. And his 0-2 is low for a ball. It is 1-2. In Mobile Municipal, a South Sub-State qualifier. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they're in that same district with Fairhope down in the southern part of the state. The 1-2 is a strike 3 called, and strikeout number 4 for Seth Graham here through 5 outs. And he needs another. Taking a look at these participation medallions, they are gorgeous. They are huge.
Number 15, Jack T.
Dan Smith, the Park and Rec director, leaving them over here as one of these teams is going to get those medallions after this game. That's the one thing Dixie Youth does. They don't spare any expense to make it memorable for these kids. It's not like they're pocketing a ton of money. They give it right back to the players. As the diminutive Jack Teague to the plate. He wears number 15. The pitch from Graham is a strike. 0-1 the count. And again, we will show you that post-game ceremony after this is over, which also includes the awarding of at least one home run ball. The 0-1 is strike 2. He takes 2 in a row. So Teague's got to protect here. Keep this game, or keep this inning going. 2 runners on. It is Murchison at second, Stowers at first. That one is low and away for ball 1. There is no wind at all right now. All the flags limp out there. I believe the district flag for both teams is out there. The 1-2 is low and in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher, Cruitt, keeping it in front of him. It's now 2-2. Again, it is Andrew Murchison at second for Municipal with John Stowers at first. They need a big hit from number 15, Jack Teague. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So Seth Graham has 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. And they leave 2 on.
The pitch count for Enterprise is now at 36 pitches. The pitcher for Enterprise has
So Seth Graham with 36
pitches
through 2 innings. Most likely will be the end of the game for him, but we'll see in the top of the third. In the meantime, we go to the bottom of the second. Enterprise looking to add to a 6-0 lead. Need a sports fix 24/7, whether live or archived? You can get it on JockJive.com. We have multiple channels with multiple sporting events and shows from practically every level of competition. There's the ACCC, the GCAA, Georgia Military Channel, DYB, Dixie Baseball, Georgia Highland Softball Channel, and so much more. JockJive.com for those with an insatiable sports appetite. Enterprise will have the bottom quarter of their lineup, if you will. Batters 10, 11, and 12, and Parker, Kennedy, and Thornton. Getting the big hit in this one, the grand slam by Maddox Dowling. One of these weather apps on my phone says it's 83. I'm imagining it's a little warmer than that. We'll check Weather Channel app here. It says it's 82. High expected of 89. Your typical Saturday afternoon in the summer here in the South. And I believe we have a new pitcher for Mobile Municipal. It looks like number 23 is now in the game, Thomas Harrison. So Cockrell is out.
Again, coaches, be sure to call any substitutions up to the press box.
As number 11, Murchison will take over at third, which means we have a new center fielder. I'm not sure if that's Cockrell out there. We'll have to see. As Micah Parker fouls one off. I believe we were in Enterprise last year for the state tournament. The years, they seem to blur together as I get older. Strike 2. I think I've been to a state tournament in Fairhope. Been here to Troy twice. Decatur. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off the netting. Then a few years ago, before there was a coach pitch, machine pitch World Series, they had regional tournaments where teams from 4 or 5 states would converge, and Hartselle, Alabama hosted one of those a few years back. So been burning up the highways here in Alabama over the years. That is fouled, and actually swung on and missed as Harrison pulls the string on Parker for a strikeout.
Now batting number 24, Remington Kennedy.
One down for Remington Kennedy. And the pitch is swung on and missed. He chased one up in the zone. Enterprise looks like they're eager to try to end this game early. They're swinging at a couple balls out of the zone here in the second. Pitch to Kennedy is swung on, popped up. Second baseman coming over will put the squeeze on it. That'll be William Tanner for out number 2.
Now batting for Enterprise, number 82, Grayson Thornton.
As Grayson Thornton to the plate, the left fielder. He bats from the left side. Swung on and hit to left center. That will drop for a base hit, and he gets past the left fielder. Looks like Thornton's going to get 2 out of it, and he will slide in safely with a 2-out double. As Gavin Mond will come to the plate.
Now batting for Enterprise, number 33, Gavin Mond.
Mond had an infield hit to lead off what ended up a 6-run first for Enterprise. And the pitch to him is upstairs for a ball. Again, we want to thank William Wade one more time, the state director from Alabama. He's the one that allows us to bring this action to you. Like I said, this is the 7th year I've been working with JockJive. I believe it's at least 5 or 6 years that we've been doing state tournaments here in Alabama. So thanks again, Mr. Wade. I believe he is in Andalusia today with Van Saltz running the Ozone State Tournament. The pitch swung on, ground ball past the diving second baseman. Nice diving stop by the center fielder to keep him to a single, but a run will score. The ball's coming into the pitcher, bounces away from him, so he's going to take an extra base. I guess we call that a single and an E8. And an RBI for Gavin Mond, who's now 2 for 2. And Enterprise now on top 7-0.
Coming to the plates, number 2, Reed Burns.
Number 2 is Reed Burns. He had an infield hit his first time. Enterprise looking to end this game early. Pitch to him is a strike called. Very interesting. We've had 16 games so far in 2 days. 9 of them have ended early in mercy rule fashion. Then 3 of the other ones ended with 1-run games, including a pair of walk-offs by Troy. That one's up for a ball. So like I said, we've had blowout wins or close wins. We haven't had a whole lot in between. You would assume that would change, at least the blowout kind, as we get farther into the tournament, but we'll see. The 1-1 is a ground ball to the shortstop on a couple hops. He has it over to first in time. That'll go 6-3 Chisholm to McLeod. So Enterprise held to the single tally. They leave 1 on. We've played 2 here in this elimination game of the 2017.
Harrison, the pitcher from Municipal, has pitched 12 pitches.
So Harrison with the 12-pitch inning. Again, we're in an elimination game. The 2017 Alabama AAA State Tournament here from the Troy Sportsplex. Here in Troy, Alabama, it is all Enterprise early. Here it is 7-0. You want your very own copy of a DVD of any game we broadcast during this year's Alabama DYB AAA State Tournament? Simply email info@jockjive.com and we will get the process started. DVDs are only $10 a game plus shipping and handling. That is info, I-N-F-O, @jockjive.com. As we got multiple changes here for Enterprise, we'll bring them all to you. Dylan Yu is now the new pitcher. He moves from first base to the pitcher's mound. Gavin Mond moves from short to first to cover for Yu. Caden Boutwell moves in from center to short to cover for Mond. Now in his number 3, Cade Kirkland in center. Number 14 now in left is Parker. And number 42 is in right. That is Dowling, who is the hero of the day so far with his grand slam. So all of the defensive requirements will be satisfied by Enterprise after they get the 3rd out.
Leading off for Municipal in the top of the 3rd, number 23.
Thomas Harrison will bat here in the top of the 3rd. We'll give you Enterprise's entire lineup as it has changed drastically. As the pitch from Yu is swung on, popped up, right side, first baseman underneath it. And he puts it away for out number 1. That is Gavin Mond. So the infield for Enterprise now from left to right. From third to first is now Kennedy, Boutwell, Burns, and Mon. The outfield is now Parker, Kirkland, and Dowling from
Now
left to right.
Municipal, 0-0.
Pruitt
Cam
still behind the
Ward.
plate. So Pruitt, Kennedy, and Burns, the only three that are still in their original spots. The pitch, he squared around a bunt and pulls it back. It'll be a ball. To Cam Ward, 0-0.
Also, Cade Kirkland, Maddox Dowling, and Micah Parker have entered the game defensively for Enterprise.
So again, we'll have winners bracket action coming up next. The host team, Troy, will be taking on South Bibb. Troy with 2 walk-off wins in back-to-back days. Definitely the storyline of this tournament so far. Squares around a bunt. It looks like he pulls it back. As looks like Seth Graham, 27, is in for Kennedy at third base. So it looks like Pruitt and Burns are the only 2 in their original spots from the beginning of the game. That'll be a ball. It is 2-0. So 7 spots have moved for Enterprise since the start of the game. Again, every player must play 3 consecutive defensive outs. As Graham crashing in at third, he squares around a bunt, pulls back as he takes the walk. That's a little scary when you see that, when that third baseman's that close. That'll be a 4-pitch walk to Cam Ward, as I believe this is manager Chad Boutwell coming out to have a quick talk with Dylan Yu. Actually, I don't believe that a batter can pull the bat back and swing away when that happens. We'll try to get confirmation from one of these DYB officials. I think that's a safety issue where you are not allowed to do that.
Number 2, Cage Cockrell.
As Cage Cockrell, who started on the mound, will step to the plate here for Municipal. The pitch is a strike call. And the runner at first is Cam Ward, as Mobile Municipal is still looking for its first base hit. That is a strike called. Count now 0-2. 7-0 our score. Enterprise with 6 in the first and another run in the second. Again, all 4 games right now are elimination games, as the wind is starting to pick up just a tad, blowing out. The 0-2 is swung on, ground ball past the shortstop into left field. That's going to roll all the way to the fence. As Ward around second to third, they're going to try to send him, and he is going to score on the double by Cage Cockrell. Will be a Municipal finally on the board here at 7-1. As the relay from the outfield got over the head of Boutwell, the new shortstop, allowing Ward to score all the way from first.
Number 13, Matthew Swoboda.
As the number 12 batter is number 13, Matthew Swoboda. Again, Dylan Yu, the new pitcher, taking over for Seth Graham, who pitched 36, which keeps him eligible to pitch tomorrow. If there is a tomorrow for Enterprise, they got to win this one and their 6 o'clock game. That is 0-1 now. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Chase went up in the zone. It's now 0-2. Yu has his sign. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled. Straight back. Took a little something off of that. Looks like the wind's starting to move a little bit from left to right. The 0-2 from Yu is swung on and missed. He pulled the string on him as Swoboda chased one up in the zone. That is strikeout number 6 by Enterprise pitching today.
Now batting number 4, William Tanner.
Back to the top, William Tanner struck out swinging to lead off the game. And your runner at second is Cage Cockrell. The pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. Shortstop going out, left fielder coming in, and the shortstop just in shallow left center will put it away. That is Caden Boutwell for out number 3. So Municipal does get one. They leave one on. They've left 3 on through 2.5. To the bottom of the third we will go as Enterprise looks to add to a 7-1 lead.
13 pitches. Again, the pitch count for Enterprise Dylan Yu is 13.
So Yu with 13 pitches. Quick work here in the top of the third. It may come as a surprise to you how affordable it is to have JockJive Sports provide coverage of your sporting event or sports teams with quality streaming, offering a national and international platform to show off your school or sport. We produce everything from U Sports to the NCAA Division I, literally from every part of this country. Large productions are small, tiny venues are huge. We can and have done them all. To put JockJive Sports to work for you, email info, info, at jockjive.com. As Harrison will go out for his second inning of work.
Matthew Swoboda has now entered the game for Municipal in right field. Now batting for Enterprise is going to be number 8, Caden Boutwell.
Change here for Municipal. Matthew Swoboda will take over for Brooks McDonald in right, and that one is swatted to left center, going back near the fence and makes the catch. A deep fly there, and I believe that's Murchison putting it away for out number 1. That ball was about 5 feet from leaving the yard.
Now batting number 27, Seth Graham.
That one's going to be a ball to number 27, Seth Graham, who walked and scored his first time up. That was in the first inning when Enterprise put up a 6 spot. The pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. The shortstop underneath it says, I got it, and he does. For out number 2 is the second baseman. Tanner was coming over, but Chisholm puts it away. So could be a quick inning here.
For Enterprise, number 11, Dylan Yu.
As Dylan Yu with an RBI single and a run scored in that 6-run first will step to the plate. That one is swatted, ground ball to the shortstop. He has it, long throw across, and it pulls him off the bag. It'll be an E6. What looked like a possible 1-2-3 inning will continue as Yu reaches on the throwing error. Connor Pruitt, who drew a bases-loaded walk the last time, will step to the plate. Drew the bases-loaded walk that scored Boutwell, as Pruitt has to ditch the catcher gear. Keeps the shin pads on until he knows he has to bat, and got to take them off, of course. The pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-1. Again, we're in the bottom of the third of an elimination game, 1 of 4 going on at the moment, with Enterprise American on top 7-1. The pitch is on the outside corner. In the other elimination games, on Field 4 is Dothan American and Alexandria. Field 3 is Auburn and Tallahassee. Field 1 is Moulton and Southeastern. So 4 of those teams will be leaving us. Ground ball. Left side, nice play by the third baseman over to second, covering, and that'll do it 5-4 on the fielder's choice. Nice glove work there, Murchison to Tanner. So Enterprise will leave one on, and for the first time today, go back out to the field without scoring a run.
19.
So a 7-pitch inning for Harrison. He only has 19. And we're halfway through this elimination game. To the top of the fourth we go, with Enterprise leading 7-1. After today's game is over, you can watch the action again and again on JockJive.com. Go to the same spot you watch the live coverage and watch the archives. Or if you want a DVD of any game of the Alabama DYB AAA State Tournament, you can email info, I-N-F-O, at JockJive.com, and we will get the process started. Municipal will have 2, 3, and 4 coming up here in the fourth in Chisholm, McLeod, and McDonald. The winner of this one will take on the winner of the elimination game over on Field 1 with Moulton and Southeastern. which right now is Southeastern up 2-1 on Moulton. Again, Chuck Sebastian bringing the action on that field. He will be doing the championship game on Monday or Tuesday. Again, coming up next in the winners bracket, the host team, Troy, with a pair of walk-off wins the last 2 nights, takes on South Bibb. Back here at Troy,
Now batting, number 17.
where Tyler Chisholm takes strike
Number
one.
3, Cade Kirkland.
Some changes for Enterprise. Their original corner outfielders are back in. Thornton in for Parker, Clark in for Dowling. That's in left and right, respectively, as a ball trickles into right center for a base hit by Fuller Chisholm as Burns tried to backhand it. They would call that an infield hit. Would have been a tough play.
Now batting, number 22, Edward
As
McLeod.
Edward McLeod, with a strikeout his first time up, will come to the plate. The pitch missing outside for a ball. Ball gets away. Now the runner will take second. The throw down is going to be close, but he'll be in there safely. Be a wild pitch. So it looks like Auburn with the 6-4 lead on Tallahassee on the game to our left. Edward McLeod is one big 10-year-old, folks. There's going to be some high school coach in Mobile licking his chops here in about 4 or 5 years. The 1-0, low and away. Would make one heck of an offensive lineman with the size he has. Count now 2-0. McLeod struck out swinging to end the first inning. The 2-0 pitch to him outside, and it's 3-0. Again, Municipal has had chances in this game. They left 2 runners on in the second. Left one on in the third after the RBI double by Cockrell. And the leadoff man at second now in Chisholm. The 3U is swung on. He had the green light on 3-0 as he fouls one off to the right. We're closing in on about the 1 hour mark. The 3-1 swung on, ripped to right center. That's a base hit. That'll roll all the way to the fence. That'll be at least a double. No, it will be a double for McLeod. The throw to second, not in time, as McLeod hesitated just a little bit between first and second, making that play at second a little bit closer. But he does get the 2-bagger driving in Chisholm. It's now a 7-2 ball game.
Now batting, number 9, Brooks McDonald.
As Brooks McDonald to the plate. Nice piece of hitting by McLeod going the other way on that pitch. Hitting it with authority. McDonald to the plate. The pitch from you is low and away as McLeod takes a few steps toward third and heads back. It is 1-0. McDonald struck out his first time up as Andrew Murchison waits on deck. Again, we're in the top of the fourth, this elimination game. The 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner, and we're even at a ball and a strike. Again, the champion of this tournament will be heading to Oxford, Alabama for the Dixie Youth World Series, which starts 3 weeks from today. The 1-1 swung on, ground ball, third baseman, between the wickets. It'll go into left for a E5. Ball coming into the pitcher, and he'll take second on the play. So Municipal with something brewing here in this top of the fourth. And with that, that'll bring Chad Boutwell out of the dugout for Enterprise. The infielders coming in. We have not seen a change yet on the mound. And coming up later in July on JockJive.com, more Florida and AL DYB, Dixie Youth events, and Dixie Baseball State tournaments, World Series action, and so much more. Plus this fall, SWAC football, soccer and volleyball, Tuskegee football, Georgia Military College football, Great American Rivalries, high school football, the ACCC Game of the Week, and more. A litany of reasons you need to come back to JockJive often. Again, we are also bringing you action from Mariana at the state tournament as the base umpire is not sure what the story is, but base umpire came off the field, looked like a little agitated about something, but whatever it was, it got resolved real quick. He'll head back out to second. As Murchison will step in, as a base hit here from Municipal will make this game a lot more interesting. It is 7-2. They've already played it one, and there's still nobody out. That ball, ground ball, up the middle. There's a base hit. One is going to score, and two will score. No, they'll put the brake on him as the coach at third was sending him, and he stopped. He had the go sign on him, and he turned around and head back to third. So what could have been a two-run single is just a one-run single as Murchison plates McLeod as McDonald stopped himself.
Now batting number 21, John Sowers.
It is now 7-3. And all of a sudden, the tying run stands on deck as John Sowers to the plate. And he takes a pitch. The runner will take second, and they'll just give it to him. We'll call that fielder indifference. You might have been able to see David Teague, I believe that's the manager, jumping up and down as he was trying to get his runner to score on that last play. The pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. Shortstop going out, center fielder coming in, and will drop for a hit. And that'll bring in McDonald as the center fielder, Kirkland, couldn't get to it. As JR, Jim Ross from the WWE once said, business has just picked up.
Now batting number 3, Thomas Carey.
It is a 3-run inning and still nobody out. As Thomas Carey struck out looking his first time up. Pitch from you is a strike call. Again, Mobile Municipal was down 7-0 at one time. They scored a single tally in the third. They have 3 so far in the fourth, and still nobody out with 2 runners on. Pitch is, I think he offered at the bunt. That'll be a strike. It's 0-2. Jack Teague waits on deck. As Dylan Yu needs an out in the worst way here. The 0-2 is swung on, ground ball to the shortstop. He has it, he'll go, no, the runner wanted third, the throw is low, and he gets away. As a run is going to score, the runner around third will stay put, as the shortstop wanted to go to third, but he wasn't on the bag. So then he pirouetted over to first and throws the ball away on the E6. And the wheels are coming off here for Enterprise. It is now 7-5.
Now coming to bat, number 15, Jack Teague.
And all of a sudden, a base hit ties the game. As Murchison scores, Stowers to third. Jack Teague struck out swinging his first time up. It's interesting, about 30 minutes ago, just for preparation's sake, well, we'll get to it after this pitch, is a ball. Dan Smith brought over the
30 pitches.
Medallions, a bag of medallions. Now the question is which team is going to get them. About 30 minutes ago, it seemed like there was a little doubt, but the boys in red have rallied. That is swung on. In 7-5, our score. Pitch is swung on, fouled out of play to the right. I'll make it 1-2. Teague struck out swinging his first time up. And still nobody out. The first 6 have reached. 4 of them have scored. 2 more can with a hit here and tie this thing up in a game that looked like Enterprise had solidly in control. The pitch up and away. It's ball 2. Business has just picked up. As the winner of this one will look to play either Moulton or Southeastern at 6 over on field 1. Chuck Sebastian will bring you the action there. The pitch swung on, hit to the right side, could be trouble. It is a fair ball. This game's going to be tied. A 2-run single. Now he's going to head for second. Play at the plate, not in time. What a comeback by Mobile Municipal. It is tied at 7. As Stowers scores and Carey scores, and there are still nobody out, and I believe that'll be it for little Dylan Yu. A 6-run 4th for Mobile Municipal. Looks like Yu will go back to first, and it looks like Gavin Mond will come to the mound, so it's just a swap between the pitcher and the first baseman. Mond will be the 3rd pitcher of the game.
Dylan, you left the mound with 34 pitches. Your new pitcher is number 33, Gavin Mond.
So you with 34 pitches. If there is a 6 o'clock game, well, actually, he might be able to pitch to a batter because that pitch count will transfer over to the later game. Again, don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer, and we need your help to get there. When you like us on Facebook, we keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all the social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Plus, subscribe to our YouTube channel. As Gavin Mond will look to stop the bleeding here. As 7 straight batters have reached base, 6 have come in to score to tie this game at 7. Thomas Harrison will come to the plate. He popped out to first his first time up. He could give
number 23, Thomas
Municipal
Harrison.
their first lead of the game. They were down 7-0 after 2. They have stormed all the way back. Mond's first pitch is a strike called. And coming up next, scheduled for a noon start, may start a little later, South Bibb and Troy, the host team, with 2 walk-off wins so far. The pitch upstairs, it's 1-1. And Troy did not have to play their way here. They got the automatic bid as the host, but they have beaten 2 district champions along the way. Definitely proving they belong in this thing. The pitch up and in. The text just reads, great job. We appreciate that. Appreciate you watching from the 225 area code. 2-1 the count for Thomas Harrison, who's looking for his first hit. One that could give Municipal the lead. The pitch swung on and fouled off the netting to the right side. Count now 2-2. Again, Enterprise after 2 innings led 7-0. Scoring 6 in the first, but Municipal has equaled that 6-run output here in the 4th, and they're not done yet. At least that's their hope anyway. The 2-2 is swung on, ground ball. Third baseman has it. Long throw across will be in time. The runner will take third as the throw. There won't be one. As the third baseman, Graham didn't even look the runner back, but they do get the 5-3 put out. So the go-ahead run 1 base away as Cam Ward, who walked and scored in the 3rd inning, will come up. Again, we will stay on to show you the post-game ceremonies. The pitch swung on and missed. It's 0-1. The pitch. He squares around the bunt, pulls it back, and it'll be a ball and a strike. In Mobile Municipal and Enterprise American now deadlocked at 7. Mond's 1-1 pitch, squares around the bunt again, pulls it back. It's going to be outside for ball 2. The 2-1 squares around the bunt, pulls it back. It's low for ball 3. The inning that would not end for Enterprise. See the South Bibb contingent here to our left. They'll take on the host next. The 3-1 squares around the bunt again, pulls it back, and it'll be low for ball 4. So we have runners at the corners. As number 2, Cage Cockrell, who started the game on the mound for
now batting number 2, Cage Cockrell.
Mobile Municipal, again could give them the lead. The pitch from Mond is a strike. As the runner takes second, they'll just give it to him on the fielder indifference. As a base hit can now plate 2 for the boys in red. The 0-1 is low for ball 2. In the other games going on right now, Dothan American and Alexandria, Auburn and Tallahassee, Moulton and Southeastern. As Mond will step off. He wipes his brow. It is awfully hot outside, folks. In South Bibb and Troy coming up next. The 1-1 to Cage Cockrell is swung on and fouled away. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes. As Mond looking into Connor Pruitt, who's been here the whole game. Behind the plate, the pitch is swung on, and is it tipped? Nope, it is missed for the strikeout. So a big strikeout there by Gavin Mond. As Matthew Swoboda struck out swinging his first time up.
Number 13, Matthew Swoboda.
Mobile Municipal looking for the lead after they trailed 7-0. The pitch. Low for a ball. And 7-7 our score. Mobile Municipal with a run in the third, 6 so far here in the fourth. Squaring around a bunt, third baseman charges. And he will pull it back for a strike. Ball and a strike. Again, your runners, Jack Teague at third and Cam Ward at second. The 1-1 from Mond is inside for a ball 2. The 11th batter of the inning for Enterprise. Inning that started with them trailing 7-1. The pitch swung on, hit to left field, but it will fall foul by several feet. It's 2-2. William Tanner, the on-deck batter, gets to the plate. That means Enterprise will have batted around here this inning. Batted around with all 12 batters batting. In Alabama, Dixie Youth, all 12 batters bat the entirety of the ball game. believe at the World Series level, though, all 12 will only bat the first time through the lineup. Then it cut down to the first 9. The 2-2 is low for ball 3. Again, this is the first of 3 games here on Field 2 today. Have a doubleheader in the morning, then a few hours off, then we'll be back here at 6 p.m. The 3-2 swung on, hit well to left. That ball will drop for a base hit and roll all the way to the fence under the scoreboard. 2 runs will score. Mobile Municipal has rallied from 7 down to take a 9-7 lead. So the clutch 2-run double by Matthew Swoboda plates Teague and Ward. Enterprise will bat around this inning. The number 12 batter of the inning is William Tanner. Pitch is swung on, and is it tipped? It is tipped. Municipal has scored double digits in each of their first 2 games. The first was a 16-1 win over Jacksonville in 3 last night. They lost 16-11 to South Bibb. So they can put the runs on the board, no question about that. The 0-1 is a strike called. It's now 0-2. Mond looking to finally put an end to this incredibly long inning for the boys in navy blue. The 0-2 is up and in. The runner headed to third, throw down to third, and it gets under the third baseman's glove. It's going to be an E2, and a run is going to score. Wow. A stolen base and then an E2 on the throw. Makes it 10-7. Municipal has cracked double digits for the 3rd straight day. Count now 1-2 to William Tanner. The pitch missing upstairs. It's 2-2. The 2-2 swung on, ripped to left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. As Tanner around first, he's thinking 2 all the way, and he will be standing there with a double. It'll be Fuller Chisholm, the 13th batter of this inning. The inning that will never end, especially if you're a fan of the team in the field.
Now batting number 17, Fuller Chisholm.
Fuller Chisholm led off this inning with a single. He came in to score. He also grounded out to second in the first. The pitch. Swung on and popped. Foul off the fence. It's 0-1. Again, we will only have afternoon action tomorrow. Pair of games on Field 1 at 3 and 5. 1 game here at 3. Then we'll have the championship games of the Majors Division. I believe they're over on Field 3. So I'll jump over there and give you that action when the older boys come from across the street. They're over on Fields 5 through 8. These are 1 through 4 here on the right side of the Troy Sportsplex. That is a ball to Chisholm. 1-1 the count now. As Mon steps off, as the runner steps out. The pitch from Mond is swung on, hit into center field. Center fielder charging, he'll make the catch. That's Kirkland after a long 3rd inning. A 9-run inning for Mobile Municipal.
Kirkland for Enterprise had 28 pitches. Again, the pitch count for Cade Kirkland is
Kirkland with 28 pitches. We will go to the bottom of the 4th. Enterprise all of a sudden now staring up at Mobile Municipal. It is now 10-7. Need a sports fix 24/7, whether live or archived? You can get it on JockJive.com. We have multiple channels with multiple sporting events and shows from practically every level of competition. There's the ACCC, the GCAA, Georgia Military Channel, DYB, Dixie Baseball, Georgia Highlands Softball Channel, and so much more. JockJive.com for those with an insatiable sports appetite. As it looks like Harrison will go back to the mound for his third inning of work. He will be facing 7, 8, and 9 in Kirkland, Dowling, and Clark. Dowling hit the grand slam in the first, which put Enterprise up 6-0. Oh, how things have changed. As Cade Kirkland will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth, which is, I imagine, is going to be as long as the previous 3 innings combined in terms of time, as Municipal bats around
now
in the fourth.
Enterprise number 3, Cade Kirkland.
As Cade Kirkland struck out swinging his first time. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. He'll take his time, throw over 1-3, 1 pitch, 1 out. Maddox Dowling again with the grand slam his first time up. Comes up with the bases
now
empty.
Now batting number 42, Maddox Dowling.
Again, we'll stay on to show you the post-game ceremonies after this one. The pitch taking all the way as a strike, which the eliminated team will get a very nice medallion for making it state, as well as the home run ball that Mr. Dowling hit earlier. And he tops one foul to the left side. Again, coming up next, South Bibb and Troy in the semifinal of the winners bracket. The host team with a pair of walk-off wins in their first 2 games. They will be the home team next. Now, in case you're wondering, the home team is made by blind draw at their state meeting in January. So basically they have a blank bracket, and then they pick every game as home for either the top team or the bottom team. So it's just pure luck that the host team has been the home team the first 2 games and will be it again. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Does it hit him? Yes, it does. Dowling gets clipped on the forearm. He's rubbing the... Actually, they're saying he didn't make an attempt to get out of the way. He stood there in the air. He's pointing where he got hit, but I think the umpire is saying you got to make an attempt to get out of the way. He stood still. You can't believe it, but or did it hit the nub of the bat? But Dowling is pointing to his arm saying it hit me right here, but I think the issue is he let it hit him and he didn't make an attempt to get out of the way. He did his best Statue of Liberty impression there at the plate. The 3-2 pitch is swung on. Shortstop has it. Long throw across. It'll be close. He beats it out. So Dowling makes first base anyway. So actually, the batting average improves. Instead of the hit by pitch, it's a infield hit.
Now batting for Enterprise, number 25, Walker Clark.
Walker Clark, who struck out his first time up, will come to the plate. As Enterprise looks to rally after Municipal's big 4th inning. Ground ball. The pitcher has it. He'll fire to short, covering for 1. Over to second, not in time. As the shortstop, Chisholm, cut in front of Tanner to field that ball. It'll go 1-6 on that fielder's choice. It's now 2 outs for Micah Parker.
Now batting number 14, Micah Parker.
Parker struck out his first time up. Again, South Bibb and the host team, Troy, coming up next, scheduled for 12. Might be a little later. That ball knocks him off the plate. Again, you got to have the elimination ceremony. Then I believe they will drag the field, or at least where the defensive player stood, and then you have to introduce the lineup. So it might be closer to 10-15 or 12-15. The pitch is a ball inside. It's 2-0. Again, the runner at first is Walker Clark here with 2 outs, and Parker taking for ball 3. The 3-0 is a strike called. He was taking all the way. As Remington Kennedy hopes to bat, he waits on deck. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch swung on and hit to the right side. First baseman has it, race to the bag. First baseman wins it easily. That is Edward McLeod. That'll go 3 unassisted. As Enterprise leaves 1 on for the 3rd straight inning. We're 2/3 of the way home here in our elimination game on day 3 of the Alabama AAA state tournament here on JockJive.com.
The pitcher from Municipal, Thomas Harrison, has 31 pitches.
So Harrison at 31 pitches, so he's got maybe 1 or 2 more batters before he breaks the 40-pitch mark. Do you want your very own copy of a DVD of any game we broadcast during this year's ALDYB AAA State Tournament? You can simply email info@jockjive.com and we will get the process started. DVDs are only $10 a game plus shipping and handling. That is info, I-N-F-O, @jockjive.com. The owner, Robert Williamson, will get back in touch with you. So it'll be Chisholm, McLeod, and McDonald for Mobile Municipal. I believe Dixie Youth makes it a rule for coaches that they have to wear khakis when they're umpiring. Don't know if that trickles down to the state level, but the municipal coaches have them on. They're going to be burning up today for sure. I think those are dry fit tops they're wearing, so that'll help.
Municipal Park, number 22, Edward McLeod.
Sorry, it'll be McLeod, McDonald, and Murchison batters 3, 4, and 5. The pitch, swing and a miss. McLeod, big cut there. McLeod had an RBI double in that 9-run 4th. The 0-1 is swung on and ripped to left. That will one-hop the fence. McLeod around first. He's thinking 2. It's going to be a close play, and he'll slide in safely. So McLeod with his second double. He went to the opposite field his first time. Now he pulls one. One hops the left field fence.
Now batting number 9, Brooks McDonald.
As Brooks McDonald with a double and a run scored and a strikeout. And the pitch is swung on and misses. McDonald chased one up in the zone. It's 0-1. Again, we'll be in the winner's bracket later. That ball is swatted, backhanded by the third baseman, but it knocks off his glove. That'll be an E5. So runners now at first and third for Andrew Murchison. Andrew Murchison has a single and a walk. He also scored a run. As Municipal looking to tack on some more runs. Murchison squaring around a bunt. He will pull it back. It's a strike. They'll throw down to second. He's not going to go. The throw coming home, and he'll be safe. Looks like the shortstop cut it off as they were looking to try to get the runner at the plate, but they're unsuccessful. So the double steal successful for Municipal. It is now 11-7. As Mond on the mound. And he squares around a bunt. He offers. It's going to be a strike, and he is going to be out by a mile at third base. As the third base coach is livid right now as McDonald is easily thrown out 2-5. I believe that was hit and run all the way, but the hit didn't take place. So that McDonald runs into an easy out at third. The 1-1 is a ball inside. Now 2-1. Again, 11-7 our score. Municipal has scored 11 unanswered since they trailed 7-0 in the second. 9 of them coming here in the fourth. Pitch swung on, hit into center field, right on the screws, and is caught by the center fielder. I believe it's Kirkland for the out. 2 outs for John Stowers, who has been on base twice. Hit by a pitch in the second. Single RBI, run scored in the fourth. As it looks like South Bibb is parked one on the other side of the fence. And parents high-fiving all around. They're fired up. I'm sorry, that's Tallahassee, my mistake. Looks like they lead 11-7 over to our right. Tallahassee, not South Bibb. They'll be on this field next. The 1-0 is swung on, hit a mile high on the infield. Second baseman into shallow right center, says he's got it, and he does for the out. That is Reed Burns. So Municipal tacks on another run. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth.
Now has a pitch count of 38. Again, the pitch count for Gavin Mond is 38
Mond
pitches.
is now at 38 pitches. Into the bottom of the fifth, it'll be Kennedy, Thornton, and Mond. As Enterprise now trailing 11-7. It may come as a surprise to you how affordable it is to have JockJive Sports provide coverage of your sporting event or team with quality streaming, offering a national and international platform to show off your school or sport. We provide everything from youth sports to the NCAA Division I, literally from every part of this country, large production or small, tiny venues or huge. We can and have done them all. To put JockJive Sports to work for you, email info, I-N-F-O, at jockjive.com. So it looks like Tallahassee leading 11-7 in the bottom of the fourth. So another slugfest over there as they look to eliminate Auburn. Again, here on field 2, coming up next will be South Bibb and the host team, Troy. Imagine a lot of these parks that want to host a state tournament, want to host a tournament where their host team can compete. Apparently, Troy knew years in advance that they had a special group in these 9 and 10-year-olds as they've won a pair of walk-off games to advance to the semis of the winner's bracket. And they'll take on South Bibb next at noon. But again, I preface that might start a little later. Thinking somewhere in the 12:15 to 12:30 neighborhood.
Remington Kennedy.
As Remington Kennedy popped out to second his first time up, and he takes a strike call. The 0-1 to Kennedy is swung on and hit well to left field. The left fielder going back, and it will one-hop the fence. He's headed to second, and he'll be standing with a double. Just got underneath that one, as that one could have left the yard with another 5 feet or so.
Now batting number 82, Grayson Thornton.
As Grayson Thornton with a double and a run scored his first time up. Interestingly, we have identical scores on adjacent fields. Tallahassee is up 11-7. The home team to our left. Here, the visitors lead 11-7. Lucky numbers. Pitch up and away for ball one. And the pitch swung on, ground ball, and it bounces off the left fielder into shallow right center. They're going to send the runner around. The ball coming into second, and he will be safe. I believe we're going to call that an E4 and an RBI for Thornton, as Kennedy scores to make it 11-8.
Coming to the plate, number 33, Gavin Mond.
Gavin Mond with a pair of hits. He also has driven in a run. The pitch is a ball inside. And we're seeing slugfest on at least two fields here. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It's now 1-1. Again, we remind you we'll stay on to show you the post-game festivities, the awarding of the medallions to the eliminated team. That is a foul tip. It's now 1-2. As well as the awarding of the home run ball to Maddox Dowling for Enterprise. Pitch is swung on, gets through the 5-6 hole into left for a base hit. So runners at first and second with one out, as the tying run to the plate here in Reed Burns, who is 1 for 2.
Thomas Harrison now has 40 pitches. Again, the pitch count for Thomas Harrison is 40 pitches.
Thomas Harrison
Now
at the
batting
40
for
pitch
Enterprise,
mark,
number
which means he
2,
can't
Reed
pitch
Burns.
tomorrow, but at the same time, we're in an elimination game. There may not be a tomorrow. The pitch, it squares around a bunt. It's a good one. Third baseman has it. He'll fire, look at third, and everybody's going to be safe. As he makes the wide turn, does Thornton, but he dives back in safely as the shortstop couldn't make the long run to third. Then he pirouetted to first, and everybody is safe on the bunt single by Burns.
Now batting number 8, Caden Boutwell.
As Caden Boutwell, who has homered in this tournament, I believe, steps to the plate. Big swing and a miss there. Actually, Boutwell had 2 doubles yesterday, no home run. But a double here could clear the bases. 11-8 our score. Enterprise looking to tie it up. The pitch is low. A ball and a strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. We see some Fairhope players down below us to our right. They'll be taking on Hueytown next door on Field 1, scheduled for a noon start after the Moulton Southeastern game gets done. The 1-2 is out of the zone. It's 2-2. The pitch swung on, ripped past the third baseman for a base hit. One will score. They'll score 2. The long throw coming into third overshoots him. The pitcher backs it up. It makes runners first and second as Boutwell fired up at first. As Enterprise within a run, it is 11-10 as even the first baseman McLeod comes over to give him a high five. Nice display of sportsmanship there. As Burns takes second, Mond scores on the single, as does Thornton.
Now
it is 11-10.
Seth Graham.
As out comes, I believe this is Mobile manager David Teague. And we haven't seen him take the ball yet. As conferences all over the place. If you want your very own copy of a DVD of any game we broadcast during this year's Alabama DYB AAA State Tournament, simply email info@jockjive.com and we'll get the process started. DVDs are only $10 a game plus shipping and handling. Again, that is info, I-N-F-O, @jockjive.com. As we get back to action, as Seth Graham who has homered in this tournament. I believe he was the one that hit the Coke sign out there and left. Could give his team the lead. The pitch is low for a ball. The game is starting to become a game of attrition. Who can last? Who can survive? Who can gut it out? Ball in, no strikes to Graham, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch is on the inside corner. It's now 1-1. In winners bracket action coming up next with South Bibb and Troy, the host team. The semifinal of the winners bracket, Hueytown and Fairhope, will be on the adjacent field in winner bracket action. So only 4 teams left that are still undefeated. It's now 1-2. 3 of them from the southern half of the state. The 1-2 is a strike. 3 called as Graham can't believe it. 1 down now for Dylan Yu.
Now batting number 11, Dylan Yu.
Yu has been on base twice, singled and scored a run, drove in a run in the first. He reached on an error and then was forced out on a fielder's choice in the third. That is swung on, and that will fall into right field for a base hit. The runner coming around third, the throw coming into second. The run will score. The ball's going to come all the way in and be way offline as the go-ahead run will score. Holy cow, it is 12-11 Enterprise. Again, with all the downtime we've had in the hotels the last week and a half, been watching a lot of Wimbledon. This kind of reminds me of it. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like we're going to get whiplash going back and forth, as we're going to have a new pitcher for Mobile Municipal. Number 17 is Fuller Chisholm. He will be the 3rd pitcher of the game, which means we're going to have us a new shortstop. They wouldn't have gotten the lead runner anyway, but the relay flow was way off,
51 pitches.
hitting about 10 feet up the fence, allowing the go-ahead run to score. It is now a 5-run 5th for Enterprise. Again, we're still a ways away from the most run score, actually, but not too much. South Bibb and Municipal put up 27 in their game. That appears to be the most. Fairhope and Enterprise combined for 24 in their opener.
Now batting for Enterprise, number 22, Connor Pruitt.
I believe that is Harrison now at short, so just a straight switch between the pitcher and short as Mobile Municipal now trails. Connor Pruitt to the plate. The pitch. Low and away for a ball. The 1-0 is swung on. Ground ball past the diving shortstop into left. They will send the runner. The ball coming into the plate. A great throw from left. It does allow the trail man to take second, but it keeps the runner at third. I believe that is Ward out there with the strong throw, but it does allow Pruitt to take second. Runners now second and third for Cade Kirkland, who is the number 9 batter of the inning. That one is hit into shallow left. The shortstop falls. It's going to fall for a hit as the second left fielder throws a strong throw into the catcher, but the trail runner again gets the extra base. As Harrison, I believe, tripped on the lip of the outfield grass. He had a bead on it and allowed the ball to drop. So the RBI plates U, allows Pruitt to take third.
Number 42.
It is now 13-11. The pitch is a strike to Maddox Dowling, who hit the grand slam earlier in the game. As Chisholm steps off the rubber, now he's back on. The 0-1 to Dowling is swung on and missed. It's 0-2. The 10th batter of the inning for Enterprise, and still only one out. They have plated 5 this inning. That one gets away, but not far enough to advance anybody. It's 1-2. Actually, a 6-run inning for Enterprise. It's the second time today they've plated a half dozen in one at bat. The 1-2. Swung on off the tip of the bat. It is foul. Cue shot, if you will, to the right side. Mobile Municipal will have 7, 8, 9 in their 6th inning. Carey, Teague, and Harrison, which could be their final 3 outs. The 1-2 is low. The pitch misses the outside corner. It's like a couple of games have just ended. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting, number 25, Walker Clark.
As Walker Clark is 0 for 2, struck out in the 1st, fielder's choice in the 4th. The pitch, low and away. So it looks like we have 2 games going on at the moment. Ours and the one to our left with Auburn and Tallahassee. The 1-0 is low. Nice job by the catcher. It's 2-0. The 2-0. Low and away. It's now 3-0. The 3-0. And it misses inside. A 4-pitch walk. The bases are loaded. And your runner at third is Cruitt. The runner at second is Kirkland. The runner at first is Clark.
Number 14, Micah Parker.
As Municipal batted around their last at bat, Enterprise has now done the same. The 12th batter of the inning is Micah Parker, who is 0 for 2. The pitch, low and away for a ball. Parker swung and missed for a strikeout in the 2nd. Grounded out 3 unassisted in the 4th. The pitch is a ball. There's nowhere to put him. A 6-run inning here for Enterprise, and they're not done yet. The pitch is swung on and missed. It's now 2-1 as Chisholm is trying to get out of this jam and get Municipal back to the batter's box. The 2-1 is a strike called. We're even at 2-2 with 2 outs. And a 2-run lead now for Enterprise. The 2-2 is outside. The count now full at 3-2. So right now we stand at 10 teams still alive as the game to our left is now 11-11. The pitch is a strike 3 called. So Chisholm ends the damage, but not before Enterprise for the 2nd time today puts up a 6 spot. They leave them loaded. Enterprise has left 6 on.
Now has 20 pitches. Again,
but to the top of the 6th we go. Mobile Municipal is down to its final 3 outs. We'll have it for you when we get back here on JockJive.com. After today's game is over, you can watch the game again and again on JockJive.com. Go to the same spot you watch the live coverage and watch the archives. Or if you want a DVD of any game of the Alabama DYB AAA State Tournament, you can email info@jockjive.com and we will get the process started. as Gavin Mond looks to nail it down. Change defensively for Enterprise as Remington Kennedy, who started at third, is now in left. So we believe the infield now for Enterprise from left to right is Graham, Boutwell, Burns, and Yu. It is now Kennedy, Kirkland, and I believe Clark in the outfield. Pruitt has been behind the plate the whole game. As Mobile Municipal will send up 7, 8, and 9 in Carey, Teague, and Harrison. Fairhope our Enterprise led 6-0 after 1, 7-0 after 2. It was 7-1 in the third before Municipal erupts for 9 in the fourth to make it 10-7. They made it 11-7 with 1 in the fifth, and moments ago, Enterprise scores 6 in their bottom half of the fifth to take the 13-11 lead.
Thomas Carey.
As Thomas Carey to the plate, he is 0 for 2, reaching on an error that scored 2 in the fourth. He also scored. The pitch is a strike called. He also struck out looking in the second. So Mobile Municipal needs 2 to force the bottom of the sixth and stay alive here in the Alabama AAA state tournament. The 0-1 is fouled back. Again, as we said, we'll show you the post-game festivities, the awarding of the medallions, and the home run ball or balls. Never know, could get another one before this one's over. The pitch swung on, and that's fouled out of play to the left. Everybody heads up.
Gavin Mond is now at 41 pitches.
So Mond at 41 pitches. He cannot pitch the rest of the day today. Of course, you got to get there first. Again, his teams will play twice. Except the teams in the winner's bracket, they'll just play the one time today. Teams in the elimination bracket will have to go, well, not necessarily back-to-back, but twice. The pitch is low and away. The eliminated teams or teams in the loser's bracket will have to come back at 6. Looks like the wind is starting to blow straight in. It's all the flags out there in left center and right center blowing straight in. A ball and 2 strikes here to Thomas Carey. Mobile Municipal down a pair here at 13-11. The pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. Catcher has a beat on it, but overruns it. Didn't take the mask off either. It is still 1-2. Again, battling the sun there, I imagine, as we're getting close to the noon hour. Again, just an estimate on my part, the Troy-South Bibb game probably going to be about 12:30-ish. Then we'll have a little break before action resumes at 6. The 1-2 is swung on and missed as he went around, tried to check his swing, but could not. One down here in the 6th. Enterprise 2 outs away from advancing, as number 15, Jack Teague, is 1 for 2.
Now batting number 15, Jack Teague.
Teague struck out in the second, singled, and scored in the 4th. It has been a slugfest here, 13-11. The pitch is a strike call. The pitch swung on and missed. It's now 0-2. Again, we'll only have 2 games here at the noonish hour on this side of the street. Then we'll have the traditional majors come over and play 2 games at 6. The 0-2 is strike 3 called as Mon jumping up and down on the mound as he gets the call. 1 out away from advancing his Enterprise.
Number 23, Thomas Harrison.
Thomas Harrison is 0 for 2. Popped out to first, grounded out to third. He is the last hope for Mobile Municipal. As Mon looks to shut him down in order here, and he's taking all the way. Strike 1. It's been a back-and-forth game here in this elimination bracket. The 0-1 from Mond is swung on, fouled back. They are 1 strike away. It's 0-2. As Cam Ward hopes to bat next, he has scored twice, both on walks. But Enterprise a pitch away from advancing. The 0-2 to Harrison is swung on to the right side, just foul. Fortunately for Harrison, as he was kind of jogging down there, that it didn't kick back fair. So again, we will have another 0-2 pitch to Harrison, looking for his first hit. Gavin Mon has his sign, and the 0-2 pitch coming home. It is swung on and foul to the left. We'll have another 0-2 pitch. So Thomas Harrison hanging tough here at the plate, trying to prolong the game. As we look to our left, it is still 11-11. I believe it's in the bottom of the 5th with Tallahassee batting, with all their purple. Gavin Mon with another 0-2 pitch. It is swung on and missed, and that'll do it for strike 3. So Gavin Mon strikes out the side. Enterprise American will move on here in the losers bracket. Your final score in a wild one is Enterprise 13, Mobile Municipal 11. As they shake hands, we'll recap what has happened in this one, starting with Municipal. William Tanner goes 1 for 3 with a double. Tyler Chisholm 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Edward McLeod 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, a run and 2 RBIs. Brooks McDonald 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Andrew Murchison 1 for 2 with a walk, a run scored, and an RBI. John Stowers goes 1 for 2 with a run scored and RBI. He was also hit by a pitch. Thomas Carey 0 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs. Jack Teague 1 for 3 with a run scored. Thomas Harrison 0 for 3. Cam Ward 0 for 0 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. Cage Cockrell goes 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Matthew Swoboda 1 for 2 with a double, 2 runs scored. For Enterprise, it is Gavin Mon going 3 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Reed Burns 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Caden Boutwell 1 for 3 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Seth Graham 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Dylan Yu 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. Connor Pruitt goes 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, a run scored, and an RBI. Cade Kirkland goes 1 for 3 with an RBI. Maddox Dowling 2 for 3 with a grand slam. Of course, the run scored in the 4 RBIs. Walter Clark 0 for 2 with a walk.
I would like to award a grand slam home run ball to number 42, Maddox Dowling.
As Maddox Dowling for Enterprise awarded his grand slam ball. We see Celia Hicks out there, part of that ceremony. Micah Parker goes 0 for 3. Remington Kennedy 1 for 2 with a double. And Grayson Thornton
each player and coach
1 for 2, 2 runs scored and a double and an RBI will go down to the field now.
Their hard work and great play has enabled them to finish their season as one of the top 12 teams in their age division in the state of Alabama. The friendships, accomplishments, and memories they have made in Dixie Youth Baseball will remain with them for life. To recognize these accomplishments, members of the Alabama State Board of Directors and the host committee are on the field to present them with their medallions and certificates. First, number 4, William Tanner. Number 17, Fuller Chisholm. Number 22, Edward McLeod. Number 9, Brooks McDonald. Number 11, Andrew Murchison. Number 21, John Stowers. Number 3, Thomas Carey. Number 15, Jack Teague. Number 23, Thomas Harrison. 00, Cam Ward. Number 2, Cage Cockrell. Number 13, Matthew Swoboda. Coaches J.J. Chisholm and David T. In correction, number 22's name is Edward McLeod.
And I believe that'll do it for the post-game ceremony. We'll recap the other games in elimination play. Alexandria was a 7-3 winner over Dothan. They will advance to take on the only game going on at the moment with Tallahassee and Auburn. The winner of that one, Tallahassee, now up 13-11 over there. And in the other elimination games, of course, it was Southeastern edging Moulton, who they will take on Enterprise, who just won a wild one here, 13-11 over Mobile Municipal. So we'll be back here in about 30 minutes or so. Winners bracket action with South Bibb and the host team, Troy. So that'll do it for now. Jason Thompson signing off, wishing you, wherever you tuned in today, a pleasant morning.